Welcome back to VOR Classic with Joel, Mike, and Ed.
Yeah.
The shiny black bitch.
Sleep apnea affects hundreds of Jedi.
I just am so tired in the morning.
I never thought of so good night's sleep.
Why don't you see my medical droid? He's the best in the galaxy.
So
Anyway.
Vader.
Darth Vader. Well, I figured, he'd be something fun to talk about, especially for our audience who could give two shits about plastic figures and dollies.
I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with you peoples.
Tell me about it.
Queer.
Tell me about it. I didn't know we had all these cars for friends.
Being vague.
But, yeah.
Right on.
No, I figured, he'd be a nice little something for people to chew on since he's like the most iconic. He
But where to
face
start?
of Star Wars.
Where to start?
Radio stuff.
First impressions, maybe.
I was thinking we could let's go before prequels. Let's
Okay.
go to the Vader.
You got to. You
We
you
have to give him any. Joel rubs his forehead.
God.
Make it a cool conversation.
Yeah. You don't want to. Anyway, you don't want to make it sound like the Skywalker family's just like whiny bitches that get power and make other whiny bitches.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, they sure are.
Totally.
Well, you start.
Well,
It's your apartment.
all right.
It's your ski shop.
Well, there was
I have
one
the
thing.
floor.
Like Eric had posted this, and I'm surprised that I never thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
But Eric Taylor, like a community friend and a friend of the Voice of the Republic, he posted this one thing, and I didn't think about it, but the stupid prequels now make Star Wars totally retarded.
Well, we talk about it all the time.
Well, I know, but like it directly
so?
now is I want to see that scene, like like that toy fair, that toy theater thing where they had the the Emperor,
Oh,
like
right.
taking the off.
Yeah.
But the Emperor sitting down with Vader and go, okay, let me just see if I get this right. We intercept.
This is if the Emperor knew everything that we did.
Yeah, if the Emperor knew everything that we did, it's just kind of like, okay, so we intercept a message from Rebels, and it's on the ship of your daughter. Your daughter puts the plans to our Death Star in the droid that you used to hang out with nonstop. The droid that used to hang out with you nonstop now hangs out with the robot that you built and got dropped off to a planet and picked up your old Jedi Master and your son, who then boarded a ship and
Your
blew up
hometown.
in your hometown, and came back and blew up my fucking Death Star. Your kid and the droid that you hung out with blew up my fucking Death Star. Would you like to explain?
Yeah, it was an interesting point of view. If the Emperor, I knew that. If he knew that, I knew that.
Yeah.
Of course, I knew that. I allowed this to happen. Yeah, that's pretty funny. But before any of that, before we really knew,
no prequels, no prequel talk.
no. I mean, just from,
makes me so angry.
just from
Pedamame. Oh.
you ruined my childhood.
Pedamame.
Edamame. Panda bear.
Bad a bit.
Yeah. Go to any one of our MySpaces. I'm pretty sure that it's hanging out there. I'm pretty sure that someone has that comment. If not all of us.
What a patamame.
Yeah, that whole bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's on YouTube. I think like 5 people have sent it to me. Have you seen this? Have I seen it?
Have you seen it? I've lived it.
I've lived it.
I loved it. But no, I mean just thinking about Vader made me think about like back before. I mean, obviously before the prequels, but like when no one knew anything about him, just when he was like just cold-hearted and bad. When he was, I mean, not exactly a two-dimensional villain because obviously Kenobi knew him, but and you try to imagine what this guy was like before the armor, the guy that took out Kenobi's friend, Luke's dad,
Yeah.
and just, I mean, before we knew the truth about how Vader was his father, and I remember just, like, I drew pictures of Darth Vader, like young Darth Vader. It was just like black robes and like black hair and these like
Horns.
dark eyes and horns and a tail. No,
A
and,
forked tongue and one eyeball.
One good eye.
he tempted my sister. I don't know where that's going. And yeah, just trying to imagine what he says, and then eventually you learn like quote unquote the truth.
Yeah.
And then just how deeply that affected you, because you bought into it as much as Luke did. That this guy is so bad, you know.
Although that would have been awesome if Luke, up on that gantry, had gone, bullshit.
So,
And
where
No.
have you been?
No, I swear.
I call bullshit.
you left me on that shithole. Thanks, Dad.
I don't know. My first impression of Vader, honestly, because I was so young when I saw the film, was just of a bad guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
It was obviously a really cool outfit. However, I was at that point, and I think like a lot of kids, where the kids identify automatically with the good guys. So that's where I lived. Obviously, the Darth Vader figure was necessary.
Yes.
It wasn't until Jedi, Return of the Jedi, that I started to really like warm up to the Vader character. And even as a kid, I thought, wow, this could be so much bigger and greater. And then not to get into the prequels, I do think that the prequels did add a depth to him. I think there was a depth to him. I mean, like my dad, even my dad
Turn
says,
his mic off.
my dad was cool. My dad loved Star Wars, and I've talked to him about it, and he's like, I can't 100% deal with that face behind the mask.
What,
Yeah.
The
the older
Anakin-
men? The older man?
No, the Anakin.
No,
the Anakin
Hayden.
that Aiden Christensen.
Yeah.
Oh, when they
He's
like,
like, I can't see that as the character behind the mask. It's just not who I ever envisioned. It wasn't who it was.
I
Yeah.
hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
Well, that's where, I mean, we talk about like our personal revisionist, apologistic minds making us deal with the prequels. I mean, I think physically, Hayden Christensen is awesome. I think he's a great physical choice. What happened on screen, in a lot of cases,
Yeah.
it turned out to be. I think it turned out to be a lot whinier than it should have been, and it should have been. There should have been angst, especially in episode 2. There should have
Yeah.
been plenty of angst. But I think it was just it was pushed too much, and it ended up sounding way too whiny.
I was thinking about this earlier, and like actually the angsty and him dealing with his emotions and all this, and all that crap. I actually would have preferred he go the Voldemort route. Like not to bring in like another dork subject, but like it's pretty much from the beginning. If you want to take the Harry Potter route, Voldemort, aka Tom Riddle or whatever.
Dork alert!
From the beginning, he was better, and he knew it. And there was like there was a that didn't make people still followed him. People still followed the the charisma that was and I think that it would have been a better take, I think, instead of the haunted he's the sweetest boy in the universe. I would have rather had like a cocksure cock of the walk. I would have
Well, I mean, what he was trying to do is create a contrast of, and also like people are waiting to see what Vader was like. So I mean, it was also Lucas like trying to be clever by being like, well, if you're expecting this tortured guy, I'm going to give you the sweetest kid in the world. Now, what's going to take the sweetest kid in the world and make him into this ultimate bad guy?
bad acting.
Yeah, that'd make me a bad guy. Apparently
could've-
worked on Hayden if he's threatening to sue Kevin Schmidt.
Yeah, be a
Smith.
total puss.
I kind of would have seen if we could have gone in and seen a little more of Vader pre-suit Vader. It would have been neat
Right.
to see him as this wily, just driven, completely focused on one, hell bent on destroying the Jedi, like obsessed and sleepless and like wasted and completely just, almost like when you read the Darth Bane book. One thing I liked about the Darth Bane book was the fact that he was getting it, and he realized he was it. He was the new fate. He was the new Sith. He was the way it was going to be. He didn't have to eat for days. He just lived off the dark side of the Force, and it was just this neat thing where
He would just kill stuff.
And cornbread.
Cornbread.
Well, yeah, cornbread, but I mean, but that I could have seen him like that, like this wasted, tortured, just getting pale and just living off of this negative
Yeah.
energy. Would have been neat.
Like a junkie.
And
Just a total
kind of,
force,
yeah.
dark
Well,
side
And
force
that's
junkie.
almost what I thought when I was like a teenager, and before these prequels came out, I started having these ideas of like what this young Vader character is going to look like, and I was expecting sort of a fancy, evil kind of thing.
Yeah.
Christensen, I don't know, we're not going there.
We got no evolution. We got no evolution. And like,
Yeah.
you know what? I was thinking about like a while back. I would love to do a comic or a story of like how I would have approached it.
Yeah.
And yet it's getting back into the same fan fiction that
It is.
you know. The problem is that the deal would be that my fiction would be awesome
There's the difference.
and more
you
cool.
see basically.
Therein lies the rub, y'all.
Well, I mean, that's
and so
that's
fan
the double
fiction's
rub.
only cool if I'm doing it
Yeah, that's what they
because
say.
I'm right,
right, as we all know.
and all of you are wrong.
That'll be Joel Carroll's show.
Especially
Joel Carroll is right.
What I
On
like is the
MSNBC.
fact that looking at Joel now, he's staring at the computer.
he's staring at
he's
you.
Honestly, he's looking at you and he's saying,
I'm looking at you.
"Bring it on, bitches! Bring it
Bring
on!"
it on.
Sounds like another contest.
Bring it on, internet.
Yeah, right.
Best Joel.
We'll do that. We'll do the.
Don't no. I want to see the.
Should I go to a forum?
I want to see my voice digitized as I say that I will kick all of your asses.
All right.
You fan farts.
To continue this episode of VOR Classic, click the link on your screen now. Right now. If you like it, please click the thumb and share it with your friend. Now, let's continue the episode.